we played Dungeons and Dragons.
I got framed and put in prison.
That's
Allegedly.
Darius saw.
Allegedly.
Darius saw, and with the help of an investigator or detective, tried to enlist Adric's help in trying to free Kian. In order to do so, they needed to use Darius's mind-tapping ability, the Librarian's Key, to unearth the truth of who framed him, why, and how. And they felt that the best person to do that with would be I believe, just the captain of the guard or something or other. I don't quite recall what his rank was. Upon infiltrating and having a meeting with the guard, Darius was able to mind tap him and figure out that he had set up and orchestrated the killing of a political figure, as well as poisoned another guard and his entire family. A fight ensued, and the detective, along with Darius, bagged the captain and even fed him some of his own poison. So
Did that, yeah.
Yeah, so that's all caught up.
Yeah.
What did Healing do during her time?
She was reading and grieving.
Yes.
So
Can't
nothing
imagine
really.
why she would ever be grieving.
Oh no, I wonder what that would be.
I don't know either. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right to me. Don't have anything to add this time. Okay. So, I guess we'll continue off where we were last time. So yeah, Darius, you watch as so you are currently watching as the officer goes rigid and his eyes glaze over. Miriam slowly lowers him to the ground and rolls him onto his side as he slowly starts to drool. It seems his poison paralyzes the victim so effectively that they can't control their own tongue or throat properly. You can hear a soft wheeze in and out of his nose. Having connected with his mind, you know exactly where this home and daughter is. Miriam manacles him just in case and leaves him there. She turns to you. Job well done, I say. She smiles and hands you a small sack. I wasn't going to pay you, but it's not your fault this happened. If I can't get your friend out of the murder charge, maybe I can reduce it and that will have him go free. Thank you, Darius, truly. This monster has been terrorizing and keeping good people in low places far too long. I hope this is a step in the right direction. You can see her mouth is still moving. She's still speaking, but there's a blackness that pounds around in your head. And you can see the young man standing there, and then the vision around your eyes starts to go dark again. And once again, you're in that dark place. It is time. And you are shown a warehouse a few blocks deep away from the lake. You get a general idea where it is. It is not as fancy as most elven society, but it is built well and looks more like a fashion on budget. Tell him. And as he starts, you notice he just goes blank for a moment. A serene look on his face. The kind of look on someone's face when they've died happily. He just looks ahead, saying nothing. Like a corpse. His face then moves back to its usual set and he continues like nothing happened. Karen is well. You notice, however, this dark area is starting to fill out, and in the far distance looks like a green land with trees. Suddenly it flashes again, and you transport back now to Miriam, standing in front of you with a smile and a nod. She turns off and heads off downstairs. You missing whatever she said before. You're left now waiting for a while. This is 10 minutes past. And this officer's still on the floor.
And who was it that was standing in front of him and told him that it was time?
No, this is you. You saw that young, that familiar, the librarian. You saw him in his boyish form.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And he was there telling you that it is time. And now you're back. Miriam has just walked off. However, this officer is still on his side, just drooling.
He just looks down for a moment, trying to take everything in, just standing in the room, arms at his side. Lets out a pretty deep exhale and just stares at the officer. Shakes his head. Why would you put a family through that? Nobody deserved that.
You hear the soft gurgle.
Yeah, he knows he can't talk. He feels at a loss and shakes his head again. There's other people's lives who matter more than yours and your wanting of fame.
Yeah, he just responds again with a
You will learn your lesson. Hopefully it's the right step for this place.
Okay. And what are you doing now?
I'm gonna search him.
Okay. Yeah.
Just to make sure there's nothing else that he could use if he were to get free, or, anything I could relieve him of.
Yeah, sure. So roll me an investigation check.
Not great.
Oops, rolled that with advantage, sorry.
It's almost worse that it's with advantage. Double 11s.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Let's see. I don't think I have any. Yeah, go ahead.
So you find on him, you find 70 gold pieces. You find an ornamental dagger. It looks like it's got the seal of local high guard kind of deal. On his fingers, he has several signet rings. Each have sort of like this smudge on them, which you would recognize to be the sort of smudge you leave once it's been dipped in ink. It looks like it's that kind of sort of signet ring that is made to mark certain letters.
Envelopes, yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah, he's got fine clothing and he has that dagger, and that's all you can find on him.
Okay, he's just gonna take the money, take the gold.
Okay.
You said 70 gold?
I did.
Cool. Okay. And this is going to go to burying the family that you've destroyed and torn apart for your selfish gains.
You see, even though he is currently restrained and he can't really move his mouth, notice his eyes roll.
Fuck him too.
Yeah.
He's just gonna turn around. Actually, before he turns around, he's gonna look through the window in the direction where the bolts came from where Adric shot, and he's just gonna smile, knowing Adric probably isn't there, but
okay.
Yeah, you do not see Adric on the roof of the.
Yeah. And he's just gonna turn and walk out.
So you're just leaving him there on the floor, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I mean he's manacled. I don't think there's a way he can get out, at least from what I saw. So he's just gonna try and He's gonna try and find the detective, see if she's around still in the jail.
Okay, yeah. So you start going through the jail. Keen, you watch as this female, half elf, I think, or elf. Pretty sure she's an elf, actually. Hang on.
I believe she was.
Well, it's Singorn, so air on the side of elf.
Yeah, so we'll stick with that. She's an elf. I've just got a name, which is really helpful. Anyway, yeah, you watch as she walks past, and then you hear. She walks down to the downstairs and comes over to look at you.
I just have my face mashed into the bars,
Yeah.
trying to look and see what's happening.
She goes, Keen? Okay. I'll have you out of there soon, don't worry. Okay. She turns around and walks off. And then you hear... Keen? As in Keen Thorn?
Where's that coming from?
From like a cell towards the back, towards like basically like 3-4 cells away.
Yeah.
It's me, Eric.
Who?
Roll me a history check.
Oh, I'm okay at history. 14.
Yeah, you recognize this voice as it's been a long time. You guys go way back. This is the man you got a cart off back during the GDA, the quartermaster.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Did I even write him in my notes? Probably not.
I don't believe I even gave him a name back then. You guys didn't ask him. Yeah. You must help me. They falsely imprisoned me too.
Yeah, for what?
Selling inferior and illegal weaponry. Selling goods owned by the continent.
Does that sound like something maybe he would do?
Dunno, you tell me.
Well, I didn't even know his fucking name until 2 seconds ago. What exactly were you selling?
Weapons that I found on
So
my
it sounds like
path here.
probably wasn't a false imprisonment.
No, it
Okay.
was. It was.
Insight check.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not good at it. 7.
I mean, why would he lie?
I mean, yeah, if there's anything I can do, I suppose, but there's no promises.
Thank you.
He's fucked. So what'd you do after the UGDA collapsed?
No. I must admit, I took some things from the GDA when they attacked the village, and I left. I took a cart, a horse, and some weapons.
Right.
But the weapons I sold were different. I found some other weapons and sold those instead.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yes.
Where'd you find those?
On the floor, there was a battle.
Was it quite possibly the battle between the UGDA and Knowles?
No,
Did
no.
you just come back and
No,
after it was
no.
over and
No, I wouldn't do that.
Are you sure?
The Knowles fought a noble cause.
Yeah, I'm sure you know all about that.
Listen, man, I was just a quartermaster.
Look, I'm not saying one way or the other. I'm just saying I did something about it. I don't know if you really did anything about it.
I provided you the cart and you used to get around.
Yeah, but you didn't know why I needed the card, did you?
It was to save that village. Did you ever save that village?
I don't think you even knew where we were going. I mean, but yeah, I think we did. Did we? I'm gonna say we did, because I'm pretty sure
Okay.
we did.
Oh, that's good to hear. I'm glad my cart came in handy. And my horses.
Again, it wasn't quite your cart. It's like a whole community cart for the UGDA type thing.
But I maintained them and made sure they're worthy.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. We're heroes.
Well, speak for yourself, because I don't know if you could be included with me as a we.
And you watch as Lars turns into a rat and goes underneath the bars and then runs out.
Oi! Where are you going?
So yeah. You're sort of sat here at the moment. And then you watch as Darius comes down the stairs.
I mash my face back up to the
Yeah.
bars.
Okay. Darius, even you see these lips protrude from the bars.
Is that you, Darius?
Ian?
Oh, is that Darius?
Hey, fuck off. Darius, I'm stuck in here. Did
Darius,
you get your thing done?
Darius, we're stuck.
No. Fuck off!
I just hear the arguing down the way.
You
He's
know
gonna
it's me.
slowly walk down towards the
Yeah.
voices and just very barely peek around to see if Kian's there.
Yeah, you can see Kian.
Yes, Kian, it's me. You
Hey,
you
how you
you should
doing?
be out soon.
Oh, thanks. How you been?
I've been better.
Did you get my care package at all?
That was you. I did. Thank you.
Yeah, it didn't feel right just taking all your shit like that. My face kind of hurts from mashing it against these bars.
As a bit of advice, you probably shouldn't do that then.
It'll like kind of barely let off, but they're still clearly pressed in there.
Look, Kian. I know you're not the one I should be saying this to, but I'm sorry for the way the events turned out.
Well, you know, I mean, I know Helen's really mad and Adric's not too pleased either, but I'm still not quite sure all what happened, but as far as I know, you did it with good intention, though regardless, I don't think Helen liked the outcome regardless of intention. Inopportune time for cookies.
There's never an inopportune time.
That's
for
true,
cookies.
yeah.
Cookies 24/7.
Sorry. Yes. I mean, as much of good intentions as it may have seemed that I did that with, the fact of the matter is I lied to someone and I did something I told them I wouldn't do in confidence that they could trust me with that. And look, I'm not too good at these sorts of situations. I'm just sorry. I just didn't want anyone to get hurt. And anyways, you'll should be out of here soon, so I'll leave you to that.
Before you go, I mean, look, I know you're kind of weird and strange, and you put shit in your mouth and touch people on the head. But I'm kind of been always okay with that. So if there's any way you can make it up to healing, or I don't know, let her like punch you in the face or something, I'd love to have you back. I don't think the others would, but just keep it open, you know?
He just nods his head and walks away.
Okay.
And he's gonna see if he can find the detective real quick before he heads out.
Yeah, sure. Roll me an investigation check. You are certain she is not within this prison. She has gone elsewhere.
Cool. Okay.
Miriam has left the building.
If Miriam isn't here, he's just gonna leave, and he's actually going to go investigate the house that he saw.
Okay.
And look for the key.
Right. Okay. So you go into the house. Yep, that's fine. So before that happens, okay. So you head off. A couple hours later, Keen, you hear the sound of footfalls, and you stick your cheeks up against the bar once more to have a look who's coming in. You can see Miriam comes in with this official-looking priest, elven in nature, and then they go upstairs. And then Miriam comes down, comes over to you, Keen. Have you seen Darius?
How long is this after?
About an hour and a half.
Oh, you just missed him. He was here not too long ago. Maybe an hour or so.
Want him to wait.
He's not the most patient of people.
Okay, well, thanks. She turns around and walks upstairs
Hey!
again. Yes?
How much longer am I gonna be stuck in here?
Well, suppose that's up to the priest there.
Can I see him?
No, you just watched him walk past.
Oh, okay. I'll just kind of sit back down on what I presume is a bench or something.
Okay.
I have nothing on me.
No.
Like absolutely. Oh, fucking goddamn.
So about 10 minutes later, you see, she comes down with that particular official who walks straight out. She's got the officer manacled and is pulling him towards one of the cells, and he's like trying to thrash against her.
Do I recognize this guy as the guy who framed me, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start laughing.
Okay.
Just like a real smug laugh.
Yeah, she opens up Lars' cell, puts him in there, closes it, and he like pushes up against the rails. Yeah, that thief took my money. She just looks at him and rolls her eyes. Yeah, and then she turns around to you, Keen, and opens up your cell. And you know she opens up a few cells, in fact. Erok is not one of them.
Yeah, I figured.
He's, please, I was falsely put under. She like looks at him, confused, but unlocks his cell. As she believes his tale.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you see he gets out, he rubs his hands as he's been freed.
I just kind of whispered to be like, I'm not totally sure, but I knew him previously.
Oh.
Just keep an eye.
Yes, thank you, Keen. Your things are there, and she kicks this box. That's about not within reach of your cell, but it's like next to it. And yeah, you look inside and you get all your shit back.
She kicked it?
Yeah.
I be fucking careful now.
It's like a wooden box around it.
I can throw my shit around. No one else can throw my shit around. I get everything back? 100%?
Yes,
All the money,
100%.
everything?
Exactly 100%, yeah. I mean, they were going to kill you and take your stuff, so why would they steal it now?
I will reinsert the power supply to my gun.
Yeah. From your butt?
From wherever I hit it.
Yeah, up your butt.
It is perfect butt plug
Yes.
size.
Keisted. So. Yeah, you get all your shit back. It's good, isn't it? Okay, so now we jump over to a certain inn. Elin, you hear the siren song of Azimra's voice calling you outside. Gentle and as caring and as loving as it always has been, which comes to you as a shock.
Yes. Agreed. Am I awake?
Yeah?
If I go out and look in the inn itself, is there people around?
Yeah, there's people around just going about their daily business. And then as you come downstairs, you hear again the soft outside.
I'm super cautious.
Okay.
As I walk out.
Okay. You walk
I bring my
outside.
stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. As you walk outside, you look up, and you can see these beautiful gold and white marble rocks coated in fire and flames as they scream down towards the world. They start to shatter into smaller pieces, flying almost at random. However, they suddenly change course and start to swirl. You see two shards flying directly towards Singon. A lot of these shards seem to fly to the south-southwest. You hear this loud whistling, then almost like a scream as the shard flies true directly at you. It gets closer and closer and so fast, and then until suddenly everything goes black. And Darius,
Sure.
it's the same for you. As you walk outside the jail cell, you're making your way towards the warehouse district, and all of a sudden you hear it. You hear this soft, loving voice, of which not even your mother's most tender voice could recreate. And as you turn, the last thing you see is a glowing white rock scant inches from your face.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Keen, as you finally leave the prison,
You get hit by a meteor.
and you are also dead. No,
I
as
got
you
enough people talking to me.
you leave, and as you turn the corner, you see what looks like Darius looks like he's been beaten up and just left slumped against a wall. He's just sort of there, like splayed against the wall. And as you walk over to him, you can see this weird base of an arrow in directly in his forehead. It is a regular heptagon, and Darius is out cold. You're surprised he's not dead.
A regular heptagon?
Yes, and it looks something like this.
Ooh, do we have a handout?
No, I'm just going to put it in chat instead. Let me check this is the right one.
Spoilers.
Nope. Okay, this one here. See, I've unhelpfully named them Yeet.
Yeah, good job.
Good job.
They
Oh, that's stuck in my forehead. That's great.
something like an oracular heptagon, or as other people like to call it, a coffin. And yeah, this is sort of golden white stone is just there within his forehead.
Definitely makes sense since Darius is dead now.
Yeah, you are dead. Healing.
If I try to
Sorry,
like,
good.
pull at it or anything.
Yeah, it's not any give. It doesn't feel like it's like yeah, in his brain's on the end of
I
it.
just
No,
have blood coming out my head now.
no, it is immaculate. There's a little bit seared around the edges, but it doesn't look wrong. It looks almost right in that. That's how it probably should look if he has something like that on his head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I make like a religion or a arcana check?
Yeah,
at all to
sure.
try to- Oh, which one do you figure?
Which one do you want?
They're both the same. Let's do religion. 20.
Yeah, this is very familiar. This is definitely a similar shard, but it's unlike the other ones that are jagged and sort of raw. This is this looks like it's been tailored and crafted. This definitely looks purposeful, and you're guessing perhaps maybe Azanri's last sort of power was used to intercept
Fuck up Darius.
to intercept certain individuals, and Darius happens to be on that list.
Alright.
Cool.
And it throbs slightly, occasionally. Elin, what did you go outside in?
My arm. Well, probably my. I said I took my stuff out because I was cautious, but I don't know if I put my armor on. I've been like in traveler's clothes, I guess.
So yeah, you come to, and your back hurts as you move and peel yourself off this wall. You will hit it with such force, and as you look down, you can see this. Where you're wearing your clothing, there's like this black sear mark. There's no gap. As you sort of look, you can see this regular heptagon shape, a 7-sided polygon, just over where your heart is, and it glows.
Is it like if I touch it? Is it like hard?
Yeah, it's like a stone.
Does it hurt?
No, it doesn't hurt. In fact, as you're starting to notice it, you feeling this power grow within you. And you gain something in your inventory called the Heart of the Faithful.
Wow.
Oh, I would say it.
And you ditched your cool armor and everything.
I don't care.
I know, right?
So faithful.
You gain
Mhm.
+1 to your wisdom,
Oh my god!
and you have
No, don't
advantage.
give her that.
And you have advantage on death saving throws.
Oh, that's amazing.
Would she have ever gotten this if Darius didn't kill her god?
Who knows? She might have leveled up instead.
True.
She did hand out levels before.
Mm.
True.
I have been kind. I have been faithful. So it's 1 in the ability score, I guess.
Yes.
Oh, she's so strong now. So strong.
I'm sure
Change my modifier, but still.
There you go, see? It wasn't that powerful.
Lets her take a feat.
Still a step in the right direction.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so. Moving on.
If you did
Sorry.
you put it in like a handout or something?
I can do. But
no, if it's just like
it's not already
nothing
made,
special.
no. No, just
No,
put.
I'll put it in my sheet.
Yes. It looks very bland
Doggo butt.
in shape-wise. But it's like this gold. It's like a mixture of gold and white, like a marble, and it's sort of kind of like those things that you twist and change color. It basically, depending on how you look at it, it's sort of gold and also white, and it sort of waves.
Like a kaleidoscope.
Yes, but it doesn't actually move. It's just based on
Mhm.
perception.
Okay.
And Kian, as you're sort of looking at Darius here on the floor, you hear, "Oh, a friend."
Stop! No.
Who is that?
You shut your fucking mouth right now.
And Darius, you slowly come to, as you can just see Kian sort of leaning over you.
I still have this thing lodged in my head. Oh, that's
Yeah.
great. Okay, cool.
Well, you're not quite sure. You're just waking up.
Yeah.
I might be poking your
He
forehead.
just
out.
kind of eyes really narrow and just. Hey, Kian?
Hey, you got a new friend in your forehead there.
What are you talking about?
He'll just kind of grab your hand
Where
and
am
put it on
I?
your forehead.
What is this?
How big is it, by the way?
His entire forehead. So if his hair is currently been seared, it's not that long, but any hair that covers it has been seared back essentially. So it's like just above.
So it's pretty sizable.
Yeah. Oh, it's pretty
Yeah.
fucking obvious. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely have a rock in my head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Think like a bad BoJack Horseman kind of.
I'll kind of pull out one of the shards from my bag
Mm-hmm.
and kind of like hold it up next to it and kind of like get Darius to acknowledge what's on his forehead.
You can hear. Oh, go on, let us touch.
No.
Let me touch it.
You're not touching
It's so
nothing.
pretty.
Puts it back in his
Okay.
bag.
Darius, you can hear. Go on, blood. Go on.
Oh, my head hurts. Oh, I have. What is this?
You might have a god stuck in your forehead currently.
Why do I have a god stuck in my forehead?
Probably because you pissed her off.
Oh no. He like takes his own guess as to what it is, and he's oh no. And he's hoping he doesn't hear any voices. So he's just taking a second. He just
As you're sort of waking up, you notice your vision is at the side is trying to blacken and then pushes back and then blacken and pushes back. It seems like something within you is fighting something else.
So not only does he have 3 voices in his
Yeah.
head now, they're now fighting with each other.
Come on. Oh,
Hey.
why is no. Why? Black? No. Light. Hey, what? Oh. And he just starts holding his head like, why? What's going on? And he's trying to steady his thoughts with everything that's happening.
Okay, so let's go 2 hours back, 2 hours in time. Adric, what the fuck happened, dude? So you've watched this battle commence. You've watched the officer go paralyzed. What does Adrix do after that?
Okay. Adric is getting the fuck out of Dodge. He is bailing on this whole plan. He's going to try and hide low in a different building that can maybe see the streets.
Okay,
To check the exits.
sure. Make me a I'll say either a stealth check or a survival check.
I will do a stealth check.
Okay.
That is a 19.
How strange. A rogue stealthing? That's fine. Yeah, you find a pretty decent building and you start watching what's going on. You watch Miriam leave the building. And then you watch Darius leave the building. And then you watch Darius get smacked right in the head by this glowing orb.
How soon is Darius leaving the building and Darius being smacked with an orb?
Probably about... as he leaves, he gets about 10, 20 feet before this thing hits directly into him.
Okay. Right.
You can see he's breathing. His chest is still moving.
I'm gonna go up there and maybe check on him.
Yeah.
As inconspicuous as a dwarf in a southern
Yeah.
city can be.
It just looks like you're looking over some homeless dude.
Adric tries and Darius awake.
Yeah, he does not respond. He is out cold. But you can see his chest is moving.
Right.
Meanwhile, while this is happening, there are a lot of people going around, sort of looking up in the sky. They all heard this sort of screaming of these rocks flying down. This wasn't a quiet event. This is like meteorites hitting the ground kind of deal, just with no explosion or impact.
Was there like any other that seemed to be going towards Singorn, or was it only the two?
It seemed two.
Okay.
Yeah, Helion, you know another one has landed somewhere. And if it's the same thing, then there's another Azanra believer, potentially. Yeah. Yep.
Adric's just going to prop Darius up. So he's just slumped over sleeping.
Okay.
He's going to sneak in a potion of healing. A common potion of healing. And one of the killing flowers.
Okay.
I can't remember if we have an actual name for those. And maybe a small slip of paper. Midnight violets. I shall write that down.
Yes, you should.
Midnight violets. And sneak in a small parchment.
Okay.
With the name of the inn that we're staying at.
Oh, okay.
Under his breath, Adric's just going to say, "Sorry, bud." Gives like a pat on the shoulder and just walks away.
Alright, and I walk away. Cool. So yeah. You walk off. Where are you heading? Back to the inn?
Yeah, back to the inn, sort of keeping an eye out about what the commotion.
Okay. So yeah, that's fine. Alright. So yeah, eventually you would see Helion, I guess, on the streets.
I would have started wandering towards where I thought the other one hit.
Yeah? Okay, so yeah, you sort of meet in the middle. As you're walking towards the inn, you see Helion walking towards you.
You're just going to jog and catch up to Helion. Give her a wave. What's going on?
Did you see that?
I saw Darius getting knocked out by something.
Oh.
What are you referring to?
Turn and walk back.
Okay.
I've left him in the streets.
Sure.
Okay, so yeah, Darius and Keen, back to you. What's going on, Darius?
Can he just start trying to focus on stuff?
Yeah, eventually your mind sort of clears, but it just feels like usually when you get this feeling, you're whisked away into that dark place where the Boron can talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
But every time it seems to happen, it just sort of fades back, and it is very disorientating as you're walking around. It's just like it's like you're blinking.
In and out.
Yeah, it's like you're blinking, but you're not. Eventually, it starts to ease up.
He just tries getting up slowly. Oh.
You see this small group of people sort of come around the corner, and they're like looking around on the floor.
Okay. Weird. Keen, when did you get out of jail?
Just a few minutes ago.
And how long was that in between me last seeing you?
Like an hour or so? Maybe a little more?
Oh, I've been out for a moment.
He's been laying on the street for a whole hour.
He quickly just starts patting himself to make sure he's got his book, he's got all his stuff.
Yeah, all your shit's on there, and you pouch. You fill your chest, and you've got this extra pouch in there along with this glass bottle.
What the? He's gonna reach and take them out.
You can see what looks familiar to be a healing potion and a note with a name. With the name. Of the tavern, which I'll tell you in a minute.
No, I didn't write it down either. Oh, wait. Voulet?
That sounds very, very
Sintel?
familiar. Yep, that's it.
Big and blue.
Yep, that's it.
Alright.
Hey, huh? Can I?
Oh, yeah.
Do I
that's,
recognize?
that's where we're staying.
Oh, even better. That's where you're staying.
Oh,
All of you?
before I went to jail, anyway.
You
Yeah,
know it-
some guy at the front told us to go there.
Ah. Yeah, I see. I'm caught up now. Right. He just looks at the potion of healing and drinks it.
Yeah, it doesn't help. I mean, it's a nice feeling through your body, but it doesn't help.
Nope. Well, I tried. You all right, Kian?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just walked out here and saw you on the fucking floor.
Okay.
I'm honestly surprised you haven't been robbed.
That's what I wanted to make sure of.
he kind of looks around. It's like surprisingly nice town, despite being framed and such.
Considering when I first started out on my adventure, I was robbed within the first week I started. A couple times, actually. Very nice town.
It's a bit racist, but
Nice and hot, I suppose.
They're elves, so
Yeah. Just having this conversation.
Did you want to go and to the inn? I don't know if maybe you having a big old fucking shard stuck in your face makes healing forgive you or not. I don't really know how losing a god works.
Well,
I could show you.
No.
Did you say that to both of us?
Yeah.
We said no
Yeah,
at the
it's just
same
like
time.
a simultaneous no.
No, it's complicated. I don't know if they truly are lost or dead. We would have to regain as many of the fragments that they broke up into and go from there.
Maybe if we go and find him, it'll be like the ultimate apology.
Well, I don't know how long that would take in the first place. Nevertheless, I doubt she would want to travel with me now. No matter how good my intentions, I very highly doubt that.
Well,
So,
they're all about forgiveness and like redeeming sins and whatnot, right? So maybe it's like I'm paying for my sins by trying to rebuild a god and.
Kian, let me stop you for a moment. You do remember who we are talking about here, do you not? We're
Right,
talking
but-
about Helan, not exactly the most forgiving person in the world. Kian, bad idea.
Oh, if you don't try, you don't know.
Kian, he's
If you
looking
don't
dead
try,
at
you
like,
don't know. Look, you got all your fancy tricks. I mean, if she tries to kill you, you're out of there. Just at least give it a try.
I tried to let her do that last time.
Yeah, but that's when she was trying to kill you, and it was real fresh. Granted, it's only been a couple days.
Yeah.
Look, all I'm saying is it would be a good forward gesture to at least try. Also, if you tried to do it all by yourself, you'd probably get yourself killed.
You know, I'm quite aware of that. You know, amazingly enough, I have a bit of insight on how shite I am by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even fight a squirrel within 5 feet of me. Do you understand where we're getting at here, Kian? I am very bad and I know it. Yes. Shit. He just has this realization that he's gonna have to go talk to her. He just gives that defeated slump and just nods his head.
Right. So Healing, you've turned around, and what is Healing doing now?
Yeah, I'm going back to the tavern.
Okay. Well, are you sitting down? Are you going back to your room to read? To grieve?
I go back to the room. I'm not
Okay.
like in the mood to hang out with people really.
Yeah. So yeah, Adric, what are you doing?
Adric sort of half-heartedly follows Healing up until she just gets to the door of the inn, where he kind of just gives up.
Alright. So yeah, Darius and Keen following behind, you walk towards the inn. And there you see it, this big blue, horrible building. And as you enter inside, you can see various races drinking and talking. Pretty early for drinking, actually, but they're doing it anyway, why not? And, you know, eating dinner or breakfast or lunch.
Right, up to it.
Oh, jeez. Really? Do we have to do this now?
You got this,
we
you'll be fine.
Mm.
Just get in there, be like, hey, I know how to fix it.
He turns around really quick. Kid, you understand. That's not how that's going to play out.
Try to tell her that I'm really good at scavenger hunts, and we got a great chance.
He just deadpan stares at him. Yes. Scavenger hunts. Fantastic at them.
It'll be a good team building exercise, and it'll also be the best apology I think you can do at this point.
You know, or I can just leave you all to your own little group, and
no.
I don't have to be there,
No.
and then no one's unhappy.
No. Get in there. Go on.
Come on, Kian. We don't
Go
have
on.
to do this right now. And he's trying to barter with him.
You're too frail to say no.
No. Come on. What are you gonna do, Kian, if I try and push past you?
He'll just like very coyly look at his gun and then look back up to you.
But really, when was the last
I'll
time
make
you
you
hit
a
something
cripple.
with that?
I'll make you a cripple.
Okay.
Yeah, you walk in, you see this.
Even I think I can hit you, Derek. pretty confidently.
You see this barman who looks over to you. Hello?
Hello, sir. I'm looking for a patron that's staying here.
Cool.
Yes, her name is Helen. She's, a shiny clerical.
She's not shiny anymore.
Oh, not shiny anymore?
No, she switched out.
What happened?
You killed her god and she didn't feel right wearing it.
And he totally just feels bad about trying to, because he was trying to procrastinate by talking to Kian, and now he feels really bad about that idea and just turns back.
Yeah.
the really mad, brooding clerical human female. Looks like she can kick your arse. Sound familiar?
I'm not at liberty to give away that sort of information.
I know where her room is, right?
Yeah, you do.
He's not even at liberty.
Yeah, alright, I'll just show you the room.
No,
Come
no.
on.
He said he's not
Over
at
here.
liberty.
Come on.
Oh, damn
So,
it.
yeah. You get to the door.
Hey, lad.
No. Shush. Stop
Hey,
it.
lad.
Stop. He's trying to cover Keen's mouth.
Yeah, so hit key and you're just like, if his fingers is going to your mouth.
I hear him, right?
Yeah, you can hear him calling.
Shh. Be quiet,
I go
Keen.
and open the door.
You see Darius standing meek. He sort of looks up to you and bats his eyes.
Hi, Healing. Fancy seeing you here.
The first thing you notice is he has this big coffin-shaped
Yeah.
piece in it right above his head in his
I
forehead.
guess
Yeah.
I know what that is, I guess.
You're pretty sure it's something,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you want to go down and grow a spine before you come back, or do you want to...
As opposed to what? The last time we talked, you tried to kill me.
That might... It might happen again. I just...
Alright. Both of you, let's go into the room, please. Let's have a sit down. Before healing, you try to kill him, let him, explain. And then if you don't like it, then stab away, I guess. I don't...
Yeah, why? Why would you give
You
me that idea?
Look, you gotta give her something. It's a give and take.
Nah, damn it.
I go in and sit down on the bed.
Okay.
Oh, I really don't want to do this. She's gonna kill me.
Has healing changed since this morning?
No.
Okay, yeah, so you notice that this travel clothes she's got on, there's this seared mark on over her left breast. Yeah.
No peeping.
No peeping. But it's not open, it's just a black mark. It looks like whatever hit it went through it so fast. It didn't have time to leave a gap.
Awesome. Okay. And he's just gonna walk in and find a place to sit. Even on the floor.
Yeah. Sure, you sit on the floor.
Yeah.
Right by Helium's feet, ready to kick you.
No, I will sit them like a good 5 feet away from
Okay.
each other. And I'll be like in the middle, ready to jump in between.
Okay.
So, hi. I'm gonna start off by saying I failed you. I failed you as a friend. You trusted me with basically something that no one else in my position would have ever had the means to see or experience. I squandered that. No matter what my intentions were for the outcome, it can't fix what I did. I don't expect you to forgive me, to be honest. I'm sorry. I thought what I was doing was the right move.
For who?
Honestly, for my friends That's what I thought at the time. I did not do what I did with the thought of greed. I begged and I pleaded to make sure that those close to you were safe. And that was my honest intention, was that I just wanted to save the village. I didn't know what that outcome was going to be as it was. In the few moments that I had to see, or that I was able to see, leading up to the destruction of Azenrir, was everything being engulfed. The Rosewatch was being overrun by those creatures. We did not have enough of those flowers. We were all going to die there. That's what I honestly believe. And it was a decision that I made hastily because it was happening so fast. Unfortunately, I did that against your will. I didn't feel I had time to explain. Otherwise, I would have. I wanted to. Everything was just happening so fast, and I made a rush decision. He just looks down. He can't even look at her.
I cast Zone of Truth.
Alright, wisdom saving throw.
Isn't that a charisma save?
I'm pretty sure it's wisdom.
Charisma.
Oh, it is charisma. No, fair enough. I stand corrected.
That'll lie real good.
I will be in the truth zone as well.
Can willingly fail if you want to.
Oh, what is the... Sorry, let me reread it real quick.
The DC is 15 only, so...
Oh, can't speak a deliberate lie. You know which the creature...
And you can choose to fail.
Oh, and
don't have to try and succeed.
I did it just to see what I rolled, and I kind of wasted a 20.
Okay.
I want you to tell me once again that you didn't do it with any thought of personal gain or the gain of your benefactor.
He's gonna look up and look directly at her. I did not know the outcome of what my benefactor was doing, what it meant for him, and I made the decision myself, not for personal gain. I wanted to save your village.
You didn't answer it though.
No, it was not for personal gain.
Or for your benefactor's gain.
Or for my benefactor's gain, as far as I knew.
Sure, but that's cheap. And it's also cheap to say that... If you say that you saw Rosewatch being overrun, sure, you probably did. But you wouldn't have if you didn't touch it, right? You saw it because you did it. You didn't do it because you saw it. You didn't see it and then try to figure out a solution. It's also cheap. It's there is nothing that you can do that will make this up. But you could at least own it.
Just as a side note, right as you said, there's nothing you can do. You can see Kian like start to shake, trying to hold himself in.
And
You want me to own it. You want me to, just for your benefit, state that what I did was just for my own benefit.
Yeah.
You remember you stopped me the first time. I'm not talking about the first time. The first time, I'll admit, I was tempted. I'm not wise about a lot of things that in life. I can be swayed easily. I've realized that. As of lately, anyways. The first time, that I do admit to. The second time was I wanted to make something up to you. And it turned out bad. I gambled on something that I honestly didn't know the outcome of, or what it would do. I just knew that something could be saved. So, the answer to your question is I own up to what I did. And then I tried to fix it. Which just ruined everything even further. Wow, I am shit, aren't I?
Just a bit.
Hmm.
Tell her the good part.
For me, it is all about the intentions. There are a lot of things happening here that we cannot control in any way. At all. You walking in here, daring to walk into this room with that lodged in your forehead. We can't control this. That it happens, right? And I knock on my own. But we can control our intentions. That's what matters. So yeah, that's why I'm asking that. Because that is what's important. That's what separates me from strangling you for the things you did. Not Kian. That is what separates. That's what puts this distance up. Your intentions, because that's what matters. I trusted you. And if you had knowingly used that trust to gain something, that is the real sin. I can't. I can't blame people for trying to make things better, because we all do. I can't blame people for that. That is not a part of who I am, or supposed to be. Which is why the intentions matter. Do you understand this, Darius?
He just nods.
Which is also why the question that I have been thinking on, because I have expected you to come. I didn't know if it was to be Kian dragging you here in your ear, or if you would come willingly or whatever, but I was expecting you to come. And the question that I have been thinking about is, what is he going to ask for forgiveness for? What is it? Is it the action? Is it the outcome? Is it the... What is it? What is he going to ask for? Because that is what matters. I don't think I'm being unrational. But I also know that I am deeply hurt. And I'm grieving. And the grieving part none of us could have done anything about, probably. It probably would have happened anyway. Because as I said, some things we can't control. We're still only human beings. They probably would have died anyway, yeah. As you said. So I would have been grieving, but I wouldn't have been so fucking angry with you if you hadn't done what you did. That's my comment.
Darius just takes a moment, thinking about what she said. You wondered about what I would ask for forgiveness for.
Yeah.
It would be for breaking your trust, for doing so selfishly, and honestly, I'm sorry for all the pain that I've caused everybody. I'm really sorry. Honestly, sometimes I wish that none of you had met me. Maybe that if if I hadn't started down this path, that anyone would get hurt. And I just want people to be happy.
But I think that might also be a part of it, Darius. That you find it to be a part. Everyone would be hurt regardless if you're here or not. We would just be hurting about something else. It doesn't revolve around you as a person. That's how life is. And a part of why we might be here is because you might believe that you have to be a part of everything, that it's always up to you, but it isn't. You don't have to be everywhere and do everything, and in this case, wish that you weren't here because people wouldn't hurt. People would hurt. It's not about you. And that's not a criticism against you as a person. That's just a fact. This isn't about me either. And it isn't about Kian, it isn't about Idrik, it isn't about anyone. We just happen to be caught up in it. There's no use in wishing that we never had met, or that everything would be better if we had chosen to do otherwise. It doesn't matter, because bad things still happen. People still get hurt. It's not productive. It doesn't help. So except for the intention with what you did, the actions, that's the next question. What do you intend to do now? Because asking for forgiveness and then continuing on your merry way, that's not how an apology works. And I think I have a strong feeling that we have had this exact discussion sometime before, that an apology itself doesn't mean anything if you don't show it. It's just words. Nothing else.
Then I'll... Let me prove it then. It hasn't been long since it happened. I haven't really had a chance to atone for what I did. You know, if I feel like I truly did something wrong, and that I should want to atone for it, and if action's the only thing that can show you whether or not I mean it, then give me the opportunity to.
What do you want me to do? Do you want me to give you a list of achieve these things and then I will forgive you, or?
Honestly, whatever you feel is sufficient.
That's not how it works. You don't get to... You don't...
Well, then I'll just keep doing it until it...
We're gonna try to revive your god!
What?
Kian, you know...
I'm sorry!
Come... You...
It doesn't
You
work
couldn't
like
have
that,
waited
Kian.
at all, Kian.
It doesn't work like that. You can't just like go and... I can't cast Revivify on a god.
No, but there might be another way. And he looks away. You could collect all of the crystals and try something with that.
Okay, just to set this little venture straight. So you want to go and collect pieces of the god that your god, I guess, helped kill, and do what with those shards? That sounds...
This isn't going as well as I thought it would.
What do you think would happen, Kian? Did you think that I was going to just say, "Oh, yeah, let's go with this man who caused a part of this by touching an ancient relics. Let's go and collect some ancient relics, parts of a god." Sounds fair. Sounds super good.
Maybe a little.
I need some more substance to this plan than just go around and gather shards, because obviously they didn't just like land out in the forest. I have one in my heart.
One in my...
Oh, it's fucking obvious, Darius.
Well, maybe because he has one in his forehead, it's like a sign of you guys gotta join forces and work together to...
I give Kian the darkest look I've ever given anyone.
Look, alright, he's gonna reach into his bag and
It's like pitch black. It's the
he's
void.
gonna
kill
reach into
you.
his bag and like fumble around and pull out that orb that was like her anchor to the world.
Yeah.
And he'll like hold out and be like, "Look, don't you want to see it glow again?" And you know, fucking look. At least we have an idea for trying. You got him in your zone of truth. He said his intentions were good enough anyway. Isn't it worth at least trying?
It's not it's not just about Darius, it's about the idea itself. So what's the thing? You're gonna go and pick up the pieces of the corpse of a god?
Yeah. Look, we got a fucking bag full of them previously. They can't be that hard to find.
And you don't think that feels a bit off?
Well, you got her stuck in your chest right now.
Fully aware of that.
Do you got any feelings towards Darius's head crystal?
It feels fucking uncomfortable, Kian.
Is it like a compass?
Well, can one of you take it out or something? I don't like
I can
having it
bring
in
a
my
dagger.
head either.
I take out the dagger.
Look, alright,
Oh,
just
you see,
calm
you see,
down, bro.
let's
I
not
can,
get hasty
I can
here.
try to dislodge it for you if you want to.
No,
I,
Kian.
Look, Keelan, the point is, we want to try. He really wants to make it up to you. This feels like the best way, doesn't it?
Okay, I hear you. I do understand that. So, but if he really wants to make it up to me, I think the best way to make it up to me is to start thinking a bit about this. You know, because we ended up in this situation right now because of you not thinking straight.
Right. We'll let him hold the crystals. How's that?
So, we ended up here because you siphoned away the energy in some way, right?
Technically, that large hand was doing it first.
Sure, but you didn't stop it in any way, right?
That's the thing. That was the only way I could stop it.
To give it to your benefactor.
I assume it was something like a test of strength. He could break the chain that the golem was siphoning from and then stop it.
And give it to your benefactor, because it's not in there. I point to the orb. It's not in there anymore, right? So it wasn't a stop, it was a redirection.
You know the answer to that.
Yes, I know.
It wasn't...
So, I hope you do understand my hesitation of, like, walking around with you to other relics. The hesitation, okay?
Then keep an eye on me. Do anything that you...
Oh, that did not help.
You know... Well, you weren't exactly willing to kill me either until that moment, so...
I was very willing to kill you.
I don't think so.
It's not super easy when you choose to put up webs and make it intentionally difficult for us to go after. It's not making your case any better.
He's just gonna shut his smartass up then.
Yeah.
Smartass mouth up. He's just gonna sit there quietly with his arms folded.
So, if you want to make... So, what's the intention? What's the end goal? If we put an end goal here to your plan, what's the end goal? The dream scenario when you are done with this mission, what is the end goal? It's a question. Answer the question.
Oh, can I talk?
Yeah, you can answer a direct question and then you can shut up again.
Okay.
So what's the end goal?
Well, honestly, I don't have an end goal other than trying
That's
to
a fucking
collect...
problem, yeah? If we're going to have...
I simply gave an option, something that honestly I don't even have a lot of knowledge over. I know the very basics only from what we've encountered about resurrecting a god, or what happens to a god when they die, or these crystals. I don't know much more than this. I see it as an opportunity
to
fix a mistake.
So what's the end goal when you see it in the future?
I want to see if there's any way to bring back Azenria.
Okay, sure. So the plan is to, well, let's start hiking out in the world and just collect the shards and see what happens. That's what got us in this fucking mess
We
from the
can
beginning.
research this since we know where
Sure.
we're going, but
Right.
I mean,
the only way to end up in a different scenario is to be different, to act differently, right? Because if you go into the same steps again, the same shit is going to happen. And suddenly you're some kind of siphon and are bringing all the rest of the energy back. The one I'm drawing from every time I cast a spell, I can feel it emptying. I don't want to cast spells because I'm using up the energy.
Okay. So, I know you're hesitant. I know you have every right to be. And I know you don't want to just fuck it up even more. All fair. You have every right to be hesitant and cautious. But I believe he has the right to try to make up for his mistake. And I believe if we do this together, we at least have some form of shot at maybe not 100% restoring her, but maybe doing enough to the point where your town and you can still have your worshipping idol. I don't know if we can restore her to like full godhood, but I'd sure as fucking hell like to try. I know we're reckless, I know we're careless, I know we're goddamn fucking stupid at times. But it's good intentioned, and whether you say yes or no, I'm gonna try anyway. And I'm sure as fucking sure Darius is as well.
You know what I would prefer? I feel like we're looting a corpse. And I don't mean like a goblin that Adric put an arrow in and died and we see if there's some gold. It's not that. It feels like we are planning to... Yeah.
Think of it like this. You need gems for your super powerful spells, right?
I do understand. What... I would rather bury them.
If that's really what you would want to do.
No, I don't know.
I just feel
It's-
like maybe they're just a little too powerful to bury. I mean, we've seen what some real shit ones can do. I feel like hers are a little more clean looking and might be stronger.
Sure, but what I mean is, I don't even want to talk about what I'm taught, but Ascendere is about rebirth. And the transition into something new, not restoring what's old. It feels wrong talking about bringing someone back to life, if you understand what I mean. I'm not saying that it's a bad idea, it feels... I feel uneasy talking about it.
Maybe.
I'm not saying that you're wrong.
Right, no, I see what you're saying. I know you guys just got your shards lodged in you today. But is there anything you can, like, try to talk to him? Maybe she has a thought.
I don't really feel comfortable.
I'm only speaking as someone else who constantly has fucking voices in their head.
I do
Seems to be a
understand.
running theme.
I do understand that. I don't feel comfortable doing it here now. I need some time for myself.
Should we leave you to it then?
I don't know. What time is it?
Midday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Can we talk again in the morning?
I think that'd be best.
Yep, that's fair.
I need some time. I don't know where Adric is.
I'm going to set the emptied orb down next to you. And I think Adric was just kind of hanging out.
Okay.
Darius is gonna... Yeah, he's just gonna get up and head out of the room.
I'll walk out with you. I think that
Okay.
we will.
And
I think
the
I need a
door
drink.
slowly closes. Okay, interesting.
Purry's been quiet for 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. I haven't had to drink.
It's a dream for him.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh god.
I'll be
Doesn't
right
have to do any null voices.
Never again. Okay, so You guys go downstairs for a drink, huh?
Yeah.
They
I'm
would
not-
probably find Adric.
Okay. You see Adric day drinking.
Did it seem like Keelan kind of wanted Adric to come up when she was asking?
No.
No,
Okay.
I
It
don't
was
think
more
so,
like,
yeah.
No, it was more of a...
Change the
more of
subject, go away now.
Yeah, more like a
Okay.
maybe get the group together thing.
Alright,
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I didn't have to send him up or anything.
alright. So you see Adric, you see Darius alive and well with a big old nugget lodged in his head.
Is Ian there as well?
Yeah.
Yep.
Ian! He holds up his
Hey.
veil. Like to join me?
Yeah, sure. I'll order like 6 ales from the bartender.
Sure.
Make
Let me
sure
just
you
check.
hold up back on the spit this time.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Do they hate gnomes?
These ain't for me.
Yes, yes. Your book is very pretty.
Gotta go check your prices.
Purry, purry, purry.
Proceeds to hold book upside down.
Fuck it, a gold.
A gold for all of it, or a gold each?
All of it.
Is it clear if they hate gnomes at all? And
They have not spat in it. No, he seems to be
okay.
giving you a drink.
All right, I will attempt to carry all 6 ales at once.
Sure, make me a dex check.
Yeah. Just straight dex or acrobatics or anything?
Acrobatics, why not?
I don't know why I asked. I have no modifier to it, or no proficiency to it. Well, that's a 5.
You buy 6 and bring over 2.
Oh,
And as they shatter across the floor, the barkeep says, "I'm not. That's your drink. You paid for those."
yeah, that's fine. Could I get some more, possibly brought to the table? I don't have the biggest arms.
Sure. Yeah, he brings them over.
Thanks.
5 silver.
Yeah. I'll just give him 2 gold total to. Darius, since you were not here, I bought 6 ales for the table to share.
Cool.
Purry got to show off his fancy book.
He's still
Purry.
holding it up, yeah.
Fancy.
So yeah, you guys start drinking. Sure.
Oh yeah.
Does Darius sit with us immediately?
I mean,
Go up and
he's
grab something
yeah.
to drink as well.
I mean, yeah. Definitely.
But before Darius arrives, Adric quickly asks, "Oh,
You glitched out.
Ian, how'd it go?"
Oh, yeah, I think it went about as well as it could have.
Steven still hates the shit out of him, doesn't
It's hard to say. It might be like a optimistic hate.
he? It'd take a lot to get her to forgive him. Maybe forgiveness is the wrong one.
Well, she might. We have this really fucked plan that might help revive or reincarnate or put to rest. I don't know. Something. We're gonna try to like fix her god or something. It's not quite fleshed out yet.
Glue it back together.
Sorry, say again.
And glue it back together.
Oh yeah, it was a real good fucking clue.
That sounds like an awful idea. We set off and start it. Are we?
Oh, I noticed you don't have one of those fucking. You don't got a rock in your face
Oh,
or
the thing
body.
that Darius has.
Yeah, Healing has one as well.
I saw, but I didn't really want to. Oh shit.
Like, I understand why I didn't get one, cause fucking whatever. But I'm just curious as to why you didn't get one.
Probably about being a dwarf. More than all things, maybe.
Yeah. They hate tails. Maybe they hate dwarves too.
Well, what are they about, anyways? Maybe at this point, Darius sort of is staring at your forehead.
He just sits down. I think he's gonna order 6 more rounds for the table to share, just by himself. How much was it?
It was a gold, I think, for all 6.
Yep. And he just starts drinking. You know, I don't know. I don't know, Adric. I don't know. I don't know a lot of things. Hopefully this will make me learn something or two. And just starts drinking again. Not wasting time.
Well, hold you to it. If we continue traveling.
We'll see. Tomorrow? Tomorrow.
Up to Healing.
Maybe.
After.
Possibly.
I'm gonna be pulling out like a piece of paper and drunkenly trying to come up with ideas.
Okay. So you guys spend the night,
Oh, drinking.
and no one's leaving. Everyone's staying the night, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Also, Wade, I'm so jealous of that huge bottle of Copperberg.
Copper bellies.
Copper.
There's no S in it though, Sarah.
This is
Sarah.
the cheapest of like
Sarah.
soft drinks. It's alcohol-free, mind.
Ugh, never mind.
I
take
know,
that back.
I know. But it's like £1 per bottle.
Because it's alcohol free.
Cheaper than a bottle of Coca-Cola. Like half the price of one here.
That's true.
Beautiful.
Right. You sleep, sure. Where's Darius sleeping?
He can share my room.
Okay.
He can take the bed, and I'll just take like a couple pillows, since I'm small enough.
Sure.
In my drunken ideas, I came up with an idea for a catapult, but it shoots battering rams.
Right, okay.
And I came up with some form of device that you can attach to your forehead, and it is a grappling hook.
So nothing helpful
Yeah.
at all.
Typical drunken Kian idea.
Okay.
And as the engineer was putting together his stuff, Darius would have been drunkenly trying to explain alchemical formulas to him and how it could be improved by using, just going on his little tirade of what he writes down in his book all day long.
It's like the nerdiest drunken rants you've ever heard.
Yeah.
Like us when we get drunk together, yeah. Just start talking about
Two
absolute
fucking science nerds getting drunk.
basic shit.
yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay, so yeah, the night slowly passes.
Very slowly for.
Yeah, very slowly for some that are reflecting on.
Adric becomes proficient in alchemist tools based on our drunken talks. I'll be back 2 seconds.
Can I investigate this shard thing I have in my body?
Sure. Roll me a religion check, I suppose.
Who knows?
The only thing you can discern is that these are something different. The ones that you found were loose, whereas these have seemed to found someone that isn't normal. Basically, common sense, really. Yeah, this is something different. Well, in your experience of two gods dying, yeah.
Oh yeah. Do I feel like it? Like I know that it's. I feel some kind of power from it. Do I feel a decay, or that it's something organic and dying, or?
You don't feel any sort of dying or death, no. It feels like put it bluntly, a gemstone's in your chest, but I suppose one that has significance. No, there's nothing organic about it. There's nothing. You can't feel anything alive, dying, or surviving there. It's just there.
I go to sleep. I still don't dare to pray.
Okay. So you'll sleep. Darius, as you slowly wink off, you're in your most vulnerable state, both drunk and sleepy. You get slow visions, think of like an old time movie. The frames are going slowly and it's blinking frame by frame. But you can see this person jumping like 2-3 feet at a time towards you. It's this Laboran. Laboran. Basically like looking at you and talking to you. And just the words, "Do not forget." Before things get hazy and the roof starts to spin and you fall back into a comfortable-ish bed. And you are awakened to the smell of fried meats downstairs.
He slowly opens his eyes and looks around.
Yeah, you can see Kian is sprawled out on some pillows.
Oh, Kian.
He's
Oh.
very heavily asleep.
Yeah. He doesn't usually snore, but he is currently snoring.
I'm much shorter and took the same amount of alcohol.
Yo, and yeah, Darius was going hard too, so Kian's gonna hurt. He just kind of very slowly reaches over and pats his shoulder. Kian.
You get nothing.
He's just gonna keep doing that continuously.
Are you gonna get harder with your pats?
He's gonna get harder with the
Kian,
pats.
make a perception
Eventually
check
you
with
get
disadvantage.
Yeah, okay.
He's so numbed.
No.
Oh, he's still going.
Okay. Let's say it takes 5 minutes before you actually like, you punch him, wait, start shaking him. Eventually, Kian, you come to. Your arms is really, really sore.
Wait, what?
Oh, you're alive. That's good. He just sits up real slowly. Okay.
Keenan's just
Is
gonna reach out and see like some really poorly drawn blueprints next to him, and he's gonna look and be like, "Oh yeah, okay."
Oh, what happened?
We drank.
He's still looking to you, waiting for an answer. We drank.
Yeah, apparently, just enough for me to come up with a fucking catapult that shoots battering rams.
Huh. You know, in the right light, that might be a good idea, but no, I digress at this point. I think it's morning.
Yep,
I smell
alright.
food. The food sounds good.
Yeah, you head downstairs and the light is shining through bright. It's about midday.
I'll put my goggles on, just because they have a very slight tint to them,
Yeah.
just to reduce as much as I
And
can.
Darius is gonna try and reach over and try to take them off his face. my turn.
Fuck off.
Oh. Like Nosferatu. He's just gonna look around, squinty-eyed. He's just looking for food.
Yeah, it's just been served. I mean, it's currently on someone else's plate.
Oh, food. I'm thirsty too. This is bad.
You're
Kian, we
both
need to
pretty
eat.
dehydrated.
As I'm just walking over, I'll just sit in the first chair that's open.
Yeah,
Yep.
sure.
Wait for food to arrive
Yep.
in front of me.
Yeah,
Darius is
it doesn't.
gonna, Yeah, Darius.
You're
is
waiting there
gonna-
about half an hour with your hands
Yeah.
in your head, just like.
And he's just gonna, Kian, if I don't come back, tell my family I love them.
You see,
And he's gonna stumble over to find.
there's like a barmaid comes over and is like, "Can I help?"
Oh, you saved me. Forget about him. We need no. Can we please get some food and water? Lots.
She like
lots
takes a
of
look up
water.
and down. Yeah, I'll get the breakfast banquet.
Thank you. And he just slumps into a chair.
Yeah. She goes and gets water and the food. Eventually, it appears at the table.
Oh, magic.
I'll just throw an indiscriminate amount of money on the table.
Right. How much?
We'll find out.
1d10
I throw
times
7
10.
gold.
Okay.
There's 7 gold on the table.
Yeah, her jaw hits the ground and digs a portal into the Undermountain. As she cleans, she takes one for the food and puts the other in like a pocket. You see, she instantly starts writing a note, and you assume she's writing her notice.
I just let her retire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She then puts the gold in the counter and walks out the building.
Well, there you go.
We did good.
Good thing I
And he
rolled
just
high, I suppose.
He just smiles and then slams face into food and starts eating, drinking water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adric. I mean, you've probably been on like your morning walk or something.
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah,
It's been
you
good.
come back. You guys aren't sure if he's slept or not. He's already on his drinking already, being his dwarven self. He looks absolutely fine.
Good morning, you two.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know where the barmaid went. I think she quit.
Huh. I don't suppose you two are having lunch now, are you?
Lunch? Hmm?
Yeah.
Uh,
Noon. After.
we've been asleep a while, haven't we, Ken?
Yeah, have any word from Healing at all?
I thought about it. Thought it would be best if she just made herself,
Yep.
made her presence.
Yep. Yep.
But she knows
Yep.
where she can get up, probably.
Yep. Yep.
What was
And
this
just
about
goes
a
back to
barmaid?
eating.
How was exploring the city?
Same old, same old. You have one else nearer to you, you see.
Yeah, that's fair.
Have I shown you what
Hey.
I found though? He sort of half pulls out from under his cloak a crossbow.
Does it
Out
look
of-
different?
Rather
You-
than the sort of gruff, very hardy sort of dwarven make runes once sort
Oh.
of engraved upon it. Now it has been replaced by something a lot more sleek and slender.
Nice.
That looks good.
I'll pick up a souvenir while I'm here.
Is it expensive here?
Probably depends on what you're looking for. It was a reasonable enough price, I guess.
Oh, nice. When I went for souvenirs, I got arrested and framed for murder.
You did. I saw it.
Adric sort of looks at Darius for a moment. How did you manage to walk out of that anyways?
He went unconscious. I don't know any other way to explain it. I just did.
Just walked out.
Well, he went unconscious. We may or may not have fed him a paralysis poison and manacled him and got him arrested and thrown in jail. And yeah, he just goes right back into eating.
Do that. I guess the detective pressed charges on some kind of corruption.
Something like that, yes.
I mean, when she let me go, there was like a whole fucking shitload of them that all were all let go.
Fair enough.
So either they have a really fucked up judicial system, or he's quick work. I don't know how long they were in there. I suppose
Adric
they don't
sort
seem to
of-
do trials or anything. It's just, oh, you did it. Oh, all right, you're in jail.
I think I've seen somebody try and pull that sort of racket. Hammer. Wanted to arrest a few more than average just to get a few more fines in our pocket.
Is it that bad over there? I'm never been.
Not so much. Everybody who's lived there knows everybody else who's lived. You get a good feeling for at least the class that you're in. You get a good feeling for the people around you. You know if people do the crimes they apparently do want to.
Yeah, you guys have always been just kind of over the huge fucking mountain pass, so I've never really got a chance to visit. Is it kind of like here, where it's like, oh, dwarves only, everyone else is kind of go fuck yourself?
Probably. Maybe. I only really know the craftsman's quarters myself. And the surrounding areas, perhaps. The few travelers that I have seen have tried to keep to themselves as much as possible. Dwarves don't really like the noise when noise is being made by somebody twice as tall as them.
What about noises being made by people half as tall as them?
Too skinny. Might be perceived. We try not to profile too much. Can't help it with some people holding grudges.
Would you ever want to go back and visit, or are you kind of just happy to be gone?
Hence, I have my reasons for being out here. I don't really want to go back anytime soon.
Yeah, we haven't talked a terrible amount. I know we kind of picked you up when you were trying to make a deal with some ale. I don't mean
That's
to pry.
long past now.
Yeah, I don't mean to pry, but do you actually have like a main reason why you're out traveling?
Looks at you for a moment. I have a reason. Reason why I was doing the supply run rather than my dad. One of my brothers.
You're cutting out a bit.
One of my brothers or one of my sisters probably would have done that. They're much better with the whole trade lingo than I am. But I asked very politely if I could make my way down, and they agreed. Pretty much that.
Oh, right.
Wanted to stick my head out for a bit. Families knowing families, it's very samey, and when things sometimes turn sour, they turn real. Everybody in your childhood sort of not hate you, but rather they hold you for what you've.
Suppose dwarves are known for holding grudges.
Cedric sort of glances
Look,
over
Purry,
at,
stereotypes in D&D are there for a reason. God damn
Cedric
it.
sort of glances at Darius. Makes sense after all. When you hold somebody to their word, quite important. Yeah, I'm out here for a reason. What else to really say about it? At least not now.
I suppose it wasn't quite as fun as you expected out in the world. Kind of ran right into a shit show.
Yeah, it's a little worse than I had hoped for. But take your punches. You keep traveling, you keep walking. Walk it off, you know? What else is there to really say about it?
Hey, as good as any.
Probably wouldn't have minded staying back in town. Again. Probably would have pretty bad, considering everything.
Have you gotten any word from Craghammer at all if it's safe?
I'm sure it's safe. You know, old dwarven walls, fortresses, basically.
I suppose a mountain is pretty hard to attack.
Yeah. Huh. As far as I can see it, Craghammer's been the same way it's always been for the last however many years. I don't see why it'll change now.
Alright, have you eaten it all?
Oh, I've had a perfectly nice breakfast.
Oh, okay.
We have really, really good eggs here. But, yeah. Pretty decent breakfast. Ate a bit too much, so I decided to walk it off. At lunchtime, so I'll go grab a bite to eat, maybe.
Sure.
Excuse me for a moment. As Adric jumps up and out of his chair, walks over and very politely asks for some food.
There is currently no one in this area. The current working person has just walked out. So you sort of pop your head into the kitchen. You can see the chef in there.
I may have made this in a little more difficult.
Yes, you have.
Idric sort of pokes his head in. He not nobody being outside. Is the kitchen open?
Yeah. Yes. What do you need?
Some lunch. I serve lunch.
Yeah, sure.
Just give me anything off the menu.
Okay.
Sure.
He sets to it.
Hey, that's nice. Back down and sort of just polishes his weapons.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so you guys are currently just eating. Does anyone? What's everyone doing after that?
I suppose we just kind of have to wait to see if Teelan comes down.
Okay. Does
Uh,
healing come down?
Healer's been down, and these drunk fuckers weren't there, so
Yeah.
I guess she went up again.
Okay.
If depending on how long she takes, I might wander around a little bit just to go look at some tourist attractions.
Okay, sure.
That's
And hope I
bold of
don't
you.
get framed for murder
That's
again.
bold of you.
Yeah.
As Purry quickly looks at his notes if he has another way to put me in prison.
So yeah, you walk outside and you hear bang.
No.
No, it's yeah. You head through. Is there anywhere in particular you want to go?
I don't know, like just typical tourist shit. Like if there's any museums or anything I can look at.
Yeah, there is.
You don't have to go into.
No, this is what I was looking for. So basically, you're walking around and you see this really interesting sort of area made of like almost like overgrown. Take you sort of half an hour walk around. You find this where it's sort of the streets intercede with this foresty kind of area, but it's got buildings built within it as well. And as you're walking around, it's this labyrinth of sort of trees and stones, and you can see these elves that walk through these hallways and these roads, and they just got these blank looks as they just walk around. And you've seen elves do this before. It's typical that this is what they typically look like when they're doing their trance, but they just seem to be going around trancing. However, they're walking while doing it. Usually elves sit down, and it just seems like they're just walking through with no real thought whatsoever, or maybe so deep in thought that they're not currently present. And it's not like they're walking into anything or anything. It's just walking around, and they seem to be making moves like left turns and right turns when they need to. You notice some people actually come out and leave food on the floor, and one of these people that are trancing will go over and eat, and then turn around and go back to doing whatever they're doing.
Right. Elves are weird.
Yeah. And what's really annoying is that it takes you about an hour to get out of here, because you swear you turned around and the road's literally changed. So you're trying to find your way out. Half an hour passes and you're starting to get really fucking like worried because you're lost in this labyrinth in the middle of this town, and it is huge. But another half an hour, yeah, another 20 minutes pass, and you finally see like the exit, and you're just running towards it before it closes up or something. And you finally get there, and yeah, no, you're out of this district.
I'll just start walking back fuck this city.
Alright. Yes, you walk back to the inn. Guys, you guys see Keen come back an hour and a half later. He looks a bit flustered.
Keen, you okay?
It's just, this is such a fucking pain in the ass.
Guess I go down about now.
Yeah?
What happened? Did you get stuck? Or did you get
Yes.
framed again?
You know, they got a fucking maze forest and it. Ugh. All I wanted to do was see some sights, and it's just a fucking nightmare.
Noted. This place is a fucking nightmare. He writes down in his book.
Do we see Heelan come down?
Yeah?
I will hesitantly wave.
Yeah, she goes over.
So,
So,
Oh,
And then behind you, so here's your lunch.
thank you.
He places it down in front of you. Because it takes a casual hour and a half to make for some reason.
yeah.
It's second lunch.
yeah,
Yes.
second lunch.
Yeah, second lunch. Cedric has those when he has.
When he has
Last one
free time.
was so-so.
Just quiet eating at the table.
So, have you thought it over at all? I mean, obviously you probably have, but just, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. Which is weird. I'm used to have some sort of guidance. I don't have that. But if you feel like this is a path you wish to pursue, we can go and see where the closest one are and take it from there.
Do we know where roughly that like meteor we saw hit?
I've written south-southwest.
You saw it break up, and then all the little shards, head south-southwest.
Is that where that red circle is?
The majority of them. What red circle's that?
Oh wait, no, that's southeast.
No, that's... Is it? So that's north. No, that's northeast. That circle here. Oh, yeah, southwest.
No, I can't see the circle.
Right.
I was talking about this one up here, by Stillman and Drynna. I think that's
We're
another circle.
talking this area, right?
Yeah, we're talking this area.
Okay.
Somewhere over here.
Would I be able to use my super smart boy math brain and try to figure out like the most likely general area of where one might have fallen?
Yeah, sure. Probably near Rosewatch.
Well, what? No, we were just there.
You don't have to go there. I mean, you saw some fly in other directions. The closest one, you know, landed in Singorn.
Well, 2 apparently landed in sync.
Mm-hmm.
It's reasonable to say that they probably struck people who are in some way connected to Senri.
Oh, but if every single one of them are stuck into somebody, that's... I don't really know how to go about that. Collecting people is a lot more complicated than collecting shards.
Yes.
Oh, definitely. The dimensions are completely different. We're talking about, you
Oh.
know, on average. He stops and shuts up again.
So, do I feel anything when me and Darius is closer to
No.
each other? There's like, it's just innate, kind
There's
of.
no pull, there's no push. It's completely the same, except he's got a big gem in his head.
Mm-hmm.
It might be worth a try to maybe poke around with them and just kind of see what we can figure out.
I mean, go on that one then.
Darius, do you mind if I return the favor and start poking your forehead?
Have at it. If you think it'll hurt.
Fuck if I know at this point. Yeah, I don't know. I'll lightly tug on it a little bit to see if it hurts.
How hard do you
If
pull on
if
it?
it's even not like super hard. I'm not trying to yank it out, but I just want to see if like it has any move to it or if it's just like solidly locked in there.
It doesn't move, no.
Has no like wiggle to it at all.
I suppose as much as the skin moves, so very little.
Okay. So it's not like attached to his skull.
You don't know.
As far as I can tell, it
Yeah,
doesn't seem
sure,
attached to his skull.
Sure.
And I already know it's part of like the god shards.
It looks
Is-
fairly familiar.
Is there any way I can discern like what it does?
How?
Because I know what our god shards do.
Yeah, but that's
kind of.
because he told you.
Yeah. So is there any way that I can like see if it's similar in that way, or if they're more powerful, less powerful?
Sure. Roll me an investigation check.
Oh boy. 18.
Touch it. Think at it. You talk to it.
Can I try touching that depleted orb to it?
Yeah.
If Sandra didn't destroy it, or if Healan didn't destroy
No,
it.
I didn't.
You're pretty fucking miffed. This
Doesn't even slightly glow when I touch
No,
it. Fuck.
you're investigating his forehead quite intrinsically, but
Can I just look over to Healan and then hand it to her? I'm like, could you just touch this to yours? I don't want to interfere. Your location's a little more complicated than just
Yes.
the forehead.
Yes, I do understand that. Nothing is happening with it. It's just a gem.
Look, I mean, I'm super excited to go find these, but I really wish I was better at knowing what's happening. I
But
have
if
one last
it's
attempt.
okay,
I'll pull out. No, I won't pull it out. That's too risky. I will ask. Dolly was his name, the tricky boy.
it's one of them.
I'll be like, hey, you're one of these things. You got any fucking ideas or whatever?
Like what?
Like, I don't know how to find more of them.
I can bring one here.
No, look, either just tell me, like, thoughts, ideas. I don't need you to use up any more of these fucking shards before I know what they do.
Unless you're not using one, then.
Oh, you're such an asshole.
Told you my deal, man.
Yeah. Alright, Halen, I know you tend to, like, leave this stuff to me and Darius in the past, but this might be more in your realm of capabilities, at least with your connection. I didn't even know your god existed until we met, so I don't know if that's hindering me in figuring out what they do, or...
That's the thing, that there is no connection in that way anymore.
You don't feel it stronger since the shard arrived, or...
I don't feel any different in the
The pool, that what you draw from still feels the same.
yeah.
You just feel powerful.
No, it hasn't changed. I still feel alone,
Fuck.
and it doesn't feel like it's a part of them. Kind of. It's weird. Not as I thought it would feel, at least. But I don't know what they do, and apparently they don't do anything in a group, because that would have, I guess we would have felt it.
Yeah, I was really hoping they would glow or something.
Yeah, sure. But they don't, so I don't know, like, are we going to go and pry these off the people who still are believers?
I don't know how that'll go. It feels pretty attached.
Yeah, that's my thought, that we can't just... And then what? Like, are we putting them in a pile?
I mean, if they only went to people who had like a strong connection to Azanir, then why did it go to Darius?
I'd say a bad connection's a connection nonetheless.
Yeah, but then what if it went to other bad connections?
If those can those be?
I mean, it's not like...
Does that make sense, Purry?
What's that? The connection being, even if it's a bad connection, it's still being a connection. You know, some people believe love is as strong as hate.
Thanks
Very helpful.
for the input.
If I might interject, I don't think we're 100% sure that they're in other people at all.
Why would it go to Rose? What do you think?
I don't know. Maybe to... I mean, I don't know, really. Unless we go to Rose Watch and find out.
I can't go back there.
Oh, I really don't want to go back there either. I think it's gonna be a fucking mess.
Actually, I have a bit of a confession. My benefactor spoke to me again. And he said I need to find a warehouse near a lake. And that it's time. But I don't know what that means, and the only lake I can think of is the one past Rose Watch.
Don't like that.
For clarification, there's a huge lake in the middle of Zingon.
Is there?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Entire-
definitely don't like that then.
There's an entire market built around it, and you know exactly where this warehouse is. It's within Zingon.
Oh, never mind. Well, in that case, if we don't want to go to Rose Watch, I'll be headed to the lake.
And also, you would know that when he says it's time, he's talking about getting those rods for the bitch.
Yeah, and I figured that.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. So...
Is that a threat?
What?
I mean, if is it like if we don't go to Roswatch, I will go here and do what my benefactor says?
No, I was simply stating on an alternative. I never said that I had to do it immediately.
What? We don't know a ton about your library boy. What exactly are you needing to go to the lake for?
It's what I didn't tell any of you about last time, but I was tasked with finding an artifact here in Singon. This artifact is some rods used for sealing something. And that something being a lich.
Purry, would I've ever heard about something like that?
Trying to think whether I don't think Azumar ever told Healin about needing the. I think it was only your benefactor telling you that this council, this higher council, needs this particular lich. However, they are so powerful that you need these artifacts in order to secure their loyalty.
I just more meant.
So this is me saying to Darius. So for you, okay. I mean, Darius would remember. Darius mentions the word retis, which is in the book. So yeah, you remember it's from the Age of Arcanum. It's a there was a master of magic known as the Sight Shepherd, a very powerful arcanist who could peer into realms beyond the planes in search of power. And it was deemed that he was so powerful that his sanity started to crumble, and that the divine had to interrupt and stop him from getting even more powerful, and they had to essentially kill him, but they couldn't quite, because whenever they killed him he'd come back, so they ended up sealing him within a tomb.
What was his name again?
Known as the Sight Shepherd.
Yeah.
His actual name you wouldn't know.
I have that somewhere in my notes too. Just can't find it.
Yeah, and I don't know if... I'm pretty sure Azra only told Elin that she needs to trust Darius. For certain, yeah.
Again, I know this is all just weird, but I'm just saying I didn't want to not tell anybody about this since communication is my largest fault. I just wanted to put that out there.
Would I know that this is what the scenery probably was referring to, or?
This sounds very next tier, yeah. It's very big picture. This is probably what they were on about.
Well, I don't want to feel like we presented an idea and then change over to something else entirely, even though we don't really have a direction. I don't know if that's fine. I don't know if that's something we're fine doing.
Well, I didn't want to, just say to join me or anything like that. I'm done making this decisions by myself. I just wanted to put that out there. None of you have to do any of that. It was just a suggestion.
Halen, thoughts, feelings?
Sure.
Is that a sure? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Darius looks confused now.
So do I.
Continues his meal.
Can I insight check Healing?
Yeah.
Okay.
To see why she is so on board.
Sure.
Oh, that's a 7 again.
Yeah, she's a human being. She has complex emotions.
Yeah, apparently.
Obviously, you being both a sexist and a racist, chalk it down to her
Wow.
being a woman, of course.
How am I sexist?
Just Keen, Keen is just, the worst.
He's not even racist. Goblins don't count as people.
There we go. So yeah, healing is his healing.
Alright. Right, sure then. I will give fair warning. I wandered around a bit, and this place is awful. But if we gotta go find some lake, then... Darius, do you know where it is?
You've all seen it. As you
Oh, have-
yeah,
oh,
basically
okay.
the market district is built around this huge
Oh, got
lake.
it, okay.
Yeah.
Then Darius, do you want to lead the way?
Yeah. You literally. That's probably the only thing here that you couldn't get lost about.
Okay.
Like. Yeah. You guys setting off?
Before,
Apparently.
on the way through town, Darius wants to stop and try and see about getting some armor.
What kind?
Give me 1 second. He is going to be looking for...
Ill-timed?
Every fucking time. She waits till I hit this. He is going to look for... Scale mail.
Scale mail?
Yes, scale mail.
It seems like you're trying to not get hit all the time. That seems weird.
Yeah, why would I ever do that?
So here you can find scale mail for 125 gold.
Fucking Christ.
It is of exquisite beauty, however. Benefits, you're not sure, but you sure look pretty.
How about a chain shirt?
That is at the low price of 125 gold.
But
I think you might just want to go with the scale.
wow. Okay. How
Could always go.
My full plate.
How about hide? Let's try that.
So yeah, that's pretty reasonable. 25 gold pieces.
How much?
25.
You know what? I'll do that. I'll take the hide. Why?
Okay.
Why not?
While wearing this hide, you have advantage on charisma persuasion checks.
Oh.
Interesting.
When interacting with elves.
So Oh.
Because what?
Because it's so fancy.
And limited other folk, but
Possibly other high class folk.
Fantastic. Okay. Yep. That was it.
okay. Anything else? Or are you making your way to the warehouse?
Warehouse?
Make our way to the warehouse.
Is this the map that you were working on that we're never gonna get to?
You know, it isn't.
Oh, okay.
No. Instead, you're gonna look at this map still. Like we have done for the past 4, 5 sessions. Okay, so yeah, you head over to this. You can tell that it's less fashionable. It's definitely been built on budget. You see this elven man picking up a box and then carrying it inside. Then the sound of him unpacking said box. You can see he has left the double barn-like doors open as he continues to work. It didn't seem he noticed you.
No, I'm just gonna let Darius take the lead, I think.
Okay.
Are you talking? Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that. What's going on?
You walked to the warehouse. You saw an elf man pick up a box and take it inside to the warehouse.
Hello?
He turns around. Ah, welcome. Darius, I presume? You see he walks over to you, extending his hand.
He nods and reaches out to shake the guy's hand.
Okay. As he touches your hand, you feel a bolt of energy fly through your body. A very uncomfortable, invasive feeling right up to your mind. And you guys watch as Darius and this elf man look into each other's eyes for a good 5 seconds. And then he takes a deep breath and smiles at you. Here, come, and turns around.
Did he just do a weird mind meld thing with you?
His eye twitches a bit. Uh-huh.
Okay.
He takes you in. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
He just follows him.
Yeah, he takes you into the back where there is this long crate. Inside, you see these 2 long golden prongs with sharp ends. Listening?
What did he say?
Listening.
Oh, yes.
You need to enter these 2 into the lynch, 1 into the head, one into the heart, before resurrecting him. Do this wrong, and not only are you dead, but you've killed us all. And he gives you this queasy smile.
What?
Huh? Yeah, it's the same kind of look that Darius has on his
Say
face.
it again.
Say again.
He rolls his eyes. You need to enter both of these into the lich, one into the head and one into the heart, before resurrecting him. Simple enough?
So we need to put him in, then kill him so that he comes back?
No, he probably should be dead.
So we kill him, put him in him.
No, you find him, put them in him, bring him alive.
Right, okay.
See, sort of like size.
We might not be the most trusted people with this information. So just to again re-clarify, one into the head, one into the heart.
Yes.
Before resurrected.
And before see, that's the part that's throwing me off. What do they mean by before resurrecting him?
I'm sure you will be given the means. The Born always provides.
Yep. And he just handed us the rods.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're in the crate currently.
Oh, in
You're
the
looking
crate.
down at them.
Got it.
How big are they?
They are roughly about 2 foot long.
Oh, okay, so they can fit into my bag.
Yeah.
Do we want to just
Okay.
bag of holding them?
Probably would be the best idea.
They're
How much do they weigh?
fairly heavy. They're 4 pounds each.
Okay.
And when you're holding them, they have this sort of vibrating quality to them.
What were they called? Ritas?
Read
Should I
us.
just call them gold rods?
Got them reed prongs if you want, yeah? Gold prongs. He goes over to you, Keen. Oh, hello. And you maybe? And he extends a hand.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, you ain't touching me, man. Sorry.
Okay. Rude. Walks over to you, healing.
I leave.
Okay. So you just... okay. Well, good luck.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you. And he walks out.
Still not really
okay.
sure what we're doing.
Okay.
I gotta be honest, Darius, I thought we were gonna have to, like, mug somebody or something that was surprisingly easy.
Yes. I'm still unsure about some of the details. Okay. I think I need to try and have a talk with Laborin. Yeah.
Okay. Do you try and contact him?
Yes. I do.
Hang on. Yeah, sure. Okay, roll me a religion check.
Sorry, what?
Religion check.
Roll me a religion.
Ooh, that's terrible.
That's pretty bad. Let's see how he's feeling. Ooh. Okay. So you guys watch as Darius stands there and just sort of focuses. Darius, you as you're trying to focus, again the flickering is happening again, and you're not getting a full picture, but you're getting that same frame by frame by frame every couple of seconds, and you see the boy there. He's doing something, and he turns around and you can see his eyes are these bright golden orbs, and then they slowly fade down into these two human-like brown eyes. And you hear basically it's sort of gesturing in between, but I'm not going to adjust in between because it's really difficult to listen to. But he says, that Darius, essentially, Darius, what do you need?
I need to know why what we're doing with this lich. Am I just sealing him away, or what's the point of this?
Prong him. Bring him alive. That's all you need to do.
Where am I bringing him?
No, just make him alive.
Okay. Is that going to have any negative impact whatsoever?
So long as those are in him, and he sort of mind flashes you the golden rods. It's an interesting way of contacting you. He is under the council's command.
Okay, and why does that matter?
He had the power to defeat gods. Every last ounce of power is needed to defeat whatever this is attacking Tal'Dorei.
Oh, you want me to use him to rid what's happening here in Tal'Dorei? You think he can stop it?
No, I believe the council plus him can help.
Okay. Got it. That's all I needed to know. And he tries to cut it.
Okay. You see his sort of eyes light up gold again. And he asks, "Any help getting there?"
What? Yeah, he stops. What kind of help?
Well, I believe your legs are sore from your last journey.
They are.
With my newfound power, I can get you there much quicker.
All of us?
Yes, Darius, all of you.
Let me ask them first.
See sort of these golden orbs roll, and next, if you wish for me to help in your transportation, head to the Emerald Palace. And again, he does the mind, showing you the image, and he's just showing you the big emerald fucking citadel in the middle of Singom. And says, and ask for Drynna.
Okay.
Yeah, and it just cuts off, and you guys just watching this. Darius is just like, and then comes to.
Okay. Keen answer to your question. Yeah, we need to use the Lich, bind his powers, and then we need him and the Council to help us get rid of the problem in Tal'Dorei. As long as these broads are in him. So, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it seems all a little
Yep.
bit fucked up.
Yep. I didn't make a decision. You know, first time by myself, not making a decision.
Alright, group decision time.
Yeah. Another
Healing,
thing.
I know you're kind of fucking stressing out about this, but just slightly more input this time, please.
Please.
Because again, I know it's hard, but you're typically the most rational out of all of us.
Yeah, usually. So what are we
So,
talking about?
we're gonna go force a lich to help a council to help stop Tal'Dorei from being overrun by void creatures, right? That's the plan.
I believe we've met the council before as well.
Oh, the big scary judge guy.
Nope.
That's... Oh no, different? Oh no. Never mind.
The council he seems to be talking about is much higher than a cloud giant.
The Fae Council? They have a council.
Darius, you recall back with your impeccable memory, this is a council of higher beings. Like, quite literally gods. As they're trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
What happens if the rod falls out?
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
So like, are they magic rods that don't come out once they're in?
I believe that... I don't know if they can be taken out, but I have the feeling that having them in him will reduce what he's able to do.
Can you take a look at them instead of guessing?
I will pull one out.
Yeah. It's
Look it over.
currently vibrating
Yeah.
in your hand.
Check it out.
Sure, roll me an investigation check. Uh,
22.
to your master craftsman eye, these are flawlessly designed sort of mini golden javelins. There don't seem to be any cracks or any sort of impurities in this. You can tell it's pretty fucking magical. You assume that it probably can't just be pulled out with how much power it's got within it.
Okay.
Unless, yeah, you know, whoever made it wasn't thinking of, I don't know, maybe a human could pull this out of himself.
Alright, so most likely can't be pulled out once they're in. That's good. I don't.
I guess if this being is that powerful, it's a important thing.
How up for fighting a lich are we?
Not at all.
Sounds like a death sentence.
I mean, I think if all goes well, we won't have to fight him at all.
You think he's gonna let us just
All goes
fucking
well.
poke him with these big gold sticks?
But
and be
he's-
like,
Now,
"Yeah."
he's
now,
dead.
see, I did say if all goes well.
But he is dead. We're going to look for a corpse, yeah?
Oh, lich is
Yeah.
never really dead.
Oh, sure, but we're going to go and look for a corpse.
Yes.
And then we're going to bring it back to life. So we're going to make it a lich, I guess.
No, I
Possibly.
think he's already a lich, right? That
We're
fucking
probably
warehouse
going
guy
to
wasn't
go.
very clear.
We're probably going to go and create a lich.
Oh, that sounds worse.
Yeah, agreed.
Oh, I agree.
I don't understand. I just feel like this isn't. I understand they're like higher powers are saying do this, but me as someone on the fucking world, it just feels like we're making things worse.
Yeah. But how are we else going to defeat that thing?
Why is this our responsibility as well?
It really isn't. You can go back and do whatever you want to do.
Well, I mean, sure, but if I was in a group and they were like, "Hey, go save the world," and I was like, "Yeah, but why?" And then the world fucking ended, and I was just sitting at home, it
Yeah, so
wouldn't really be the greatest.
that's the reason why it's up to us. It just happened to be that way.
Okay, well, how exactly are we supposed to even find this lich, or what?
I don't know.
You did mention Retis, which is a location.
Ah, it's a location. Okay.
Darius would inform you.
Would anyone know where Retis resides?
Yeah, you're pretty sure where it is. Right down here. Could always walk if you wanted.
I could.
Oh, okay.
That leads me to my second thing. Was that Laborin stated he could help us with transportation to Retis.
Is it on a map? Can you ping?
Here I'm pointing at it with the thingy up in it.
Oh, there. Perfect.
Okay.
I had the
On
map
the other
zoomed
side
out.
of the mountain range.
So it's a fucking pain in the ass to walk to.
We could always go all the way around.
Yeah, that
Oh
looks good.
yeah, totally.
Or this one as well, just going all the way around here.
Or you could go along up in these mountains, along up here, down, around, loop back around, and then.
Jesus.
Yeah, sure.
Let's not. So yeah, that's a possibility.
Man, as much as I love a good adventure here, we really know fucking nothing about Laborin.
This is true. What would you like to know?
What is there to know that, like, we know he's super strong? We know he lets you do some weird mind meld things with people, but other than that, do you know his purpose in the world? Anything like that?
No, I don't. I know that in exchange for knowledge, I help glean knowledge for him, and he gives me the ability to do so. I have all the tools needed to learn things, and he provides that to me.
Based on your best judgment, would it be safe to take his help, or should it be something we do ourselves? Aside from the obvious of us already taking his help.
I mean, I can't say for certain. I think if we want to rid Tal'Dorei of whatever's going on here, this darkness, I think we're gonna need all the help we can get.
Right, okay. Healing, Adric, are you guys on board, or thoughts, concerns, reservations?
And like I said, we don't have to do this. We can walk there. We have other means to get there.
Yeah, I'd fancy to walk myself if you guys don't mind it. More time out in the countryside. Granted, there might be a few things to tell us, but I've been through some tough situations before.
It is quite far away.
More time out in the open. Just sort of smile. Galen?
Is this a time of the essence type thing? I guess I imagine it would be.
Yeah, I would think so, since whatever is going on is plaguing all of Tal'Dorei at the moment.
Yeah, the whole thing's fucked. Do we have a timetable on this? Like, is he gonna be gone if we don't get there fast enough?
I don't know.
I really wish you just knew everything.
I wish I did too, kid. I wish I did too. But I don't.
Right, okay. So what's the consensus?
I'm not going to push for a sort of wilderness trek if you guys don't want. As for doing this thing, Ewan's got a point. Don't do it, who will? Rather, why sort of leave this behind and let someone else do it? I'm in. For walking or for taking the easy route.
Okay. So, all in favor of taking the fast Laboran route, raise your hand. Alright, so that's one. All in favor of walking one of 3 routes, raise your hand. Guys, you really gotta put in a fucking team effort here.
Is there a third option? Doesn't really mind.
Alright, well, Darius, since you're the only one who voted, I suppose you win. if you're abstaining, then Darius has the majority votes.
I don't know. I know everyone's looking at me like I'm some sort of. You're saying that's a group decision, but I'm the one who gets to decide anyway, so I don't know if that's fair either.
Well, no, I was genuinely doing a vote.
Sure, but
I was just having it do you 3, so it's an odd number and there wouldn't be any ties.
yeah, but it feels. I think it feels not so good to use something that is working because of my god is dead. That's just me. And I'm just
It's
a
a fair
person.
point.
Yeah. It feels like I know it's selfish, but I do not feel like I want to benefit from something that... Yeah, you get my point.
Right? Yeah, it's fair.
But at the
Thoughts?
same time, people are dying and are hurting and stuff just because I'm being... because I'm being... Yeah, selfish, I guess.
So that's 2 votes for taking the walk. Is what I'm hearing.
I don't know. I seriously don't know.
I understand if you want to take the walk. I also understand if you want to do the fast route just to save as many people as you can. But is you had such an issue with Darius saving people using Laboran, so I would understand if you had an issue using him again.
Yeah, I have, and especially because I don't know. It feels like I'm exposing myself and are being vulnerable. I'm sorry, Darius. You have to ignore what. It feels like I'm vulnerable for that, and I point to Darius. Just like that in...
Darius is just gonna clap his hands together and nod. I understand. Let's get started on our walk then.
Right, which way are we taking? Mountain Pass, or I think that might be the fastest way?
quickest one
Can
available.
we get the cot and everything through that path?
Is there a,
You could try.
Is there like a college or something where we might be able to pay for teleport in Singarn?
Oh?
Yeah, you could try that route.
I want to try that route.
Roll me investigation check.
While
Yeah,
you're
can
doing
I
that,
help?
healing.
Can I be
Or
helped?
can I roll one?
Yeah.
While the both of you are doing that, keep an eye out for books about these places.
Can I
That'd be a
express
good
the
idea.
thought that we might look for this?
Yeah?
Maybe you should help me.
And I help him?
Yeah.
Okay, you mentally... No, that's absolutely fine. You guys know who's better at what. That's...
Yeah.
18.
Yeah. I want to point out that I speak Elvish.
Well, that would be why you're helping. 'Cause
Yeah,
I do
exactly.
Not.
Yeah, so it might make things easier.
Okay. Alright, let me figure this out.
Sure.
Also, the trove's back up.
Yay.
We do not condone piracy.
What?
Nothing. Right. Okay.
Yeah?
That sounds like it's expensive.
No, it's interesting. Okay. Right. Let me have a look.
I'm curious about why you
Yeah.
look so happy.
Okay. Oh, with maths, hate maths.
You need help?
Yeah, sure. So the square of 9. No, sorry, the square of 7, which is 49,
Sure.
times 10.
Sure.
Okay,
490.
490. Okay, yeah. So roughly 490 per person.
Oh, nice. I
Per
don't have that.
person.
Yes. Let me just
Oh,
double check
boy.
the spell. Hang on. Let me just double check the spell.
We can be
spells.
transported
Oh,
up to
no,
8
sorry.
people.
Yep. So 490 for all of you.
Oh, that's much better.
Good. Okay, I can contribute. I don't have 490, but
You have 775 gold.
oh, nice. Well, take it
We
from.
can just split it up.
Yeah.
So
sounds
490
good.
divided by 4.
Yeah. So that's.
We'll call it 120 per person, and then I'll just cover the rest left over.
Sure. Are you taking it from the money you have or from my sheet?
I'll just take it from what I have in the bag for you.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, let's go. This is super good. Using
Right.
magic powers that is not coming a derivative from some dead god. Always
Okay.
good.
So
Alright, Darius, you owe 120 gold towards the teleportation.
So as we do this, I need one of you to roll me a D100.
Who's the
Ooh,
luckiest
who has
one out
the
of the four of
luckiest?
us?
Or would you like me to roll it?
No. This is
Mm,
D100, not a D20, so
That's true.
don't worry.
mm.
How
Who?
about we roll a D4 to decide who?
Sure.
Sandra's a 1, and 2, 3.
Fuck me.
I believe in you.
Our fate lies in your hands.
$61.
Above average.
Okay. So, Darius, you describe to this magician where you wish to go, and his arms start to move. He starts to incant the teleportation spell upon you guys. As the magic's blues and purples start to weave, the emerald, say you're in one of the archive districts. As the grey walls start to fade and the luscious green countryside comes into view, you appear somewhere.
Oh no.
You appear.
Is it 61% of the way there? Better than nothing.
Let's have a look. Okay.
Oh, that looked far.
Right. Hey, you don't know what that was, alright? Okay, so the Greenland starts to appear, and looking around, you can see mountains, which is good, and Darius, you kind of gather you are around about 7 miles off of Retis.
That's
Okay.
good.
That's
not
pretty
bad.
good.
And I know which way is north,
Correct?
so he's just trying to orientate himself.
You were basically at the mouth of a forest, which you know is quite close to Retis as well. And the magician's like, well, I hope that's good enough, and teleports back.
Nice.
Did we teleport with our car?
No.
No.
Okay,
Oh,
then Adric would have
no.
extended the
yeah, if we can't get our cart or anything, I'd want to bring as much
We
of
would
my
have
shit
picked
as I
up
could.
stuff, yeah.
You could have brought Ada.
Oh, yeah, you probably did.
Okay.
I would have brought as much as my workshop as I could.
Oh, have I rolled health for Aiden?
Yes,
yeah,
you
I
did.
I don't, Purry.
I
How
don't
much
know.
would a month's worth of rent for this?
Oh man, I do not remember how much I charged you.
Probably assume like a gold piece a day.
See if that's what you want to pay, sure.
I'll pay him a gold piece a day, and if it's too much,
Yeah, he
Please
will
take a
refund
sugar
you
chat.
when you come back. Okay.
I'll put in 80 days of deposit. God knows how long.
Yeah, sure.
I might not even go back ever.
Yeah.
Ah,
You might all die.
Yeah.
Okay.
those horses live in luxury.
And as you watch the magician teleport away, we shall end our session there.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that was a
Yeah.
good solution, guys.